Bonjour! Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite French dishes ever. It's called Boeuf Bourguignon, except I'm going to use short ribs. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is place bacon in a hot pot. Okay, this is one of my favorite kitchen tools. It is the Le Creuset Dutch oven. I bought this 10 years ago and I've used it almost twice, 3 times a week. It has lifetime warranty and it is my favorite pot to cook anything in, especially braising. So we are going to use this pot to cook everything for the Boeuf Bourguignon. Then we're going to slice our beef in about 1.5 inch cubes, season it with salt and pepper, and coat it in flour. Gently toss everything together and make sure you get rid of excess flour. Then we're going to chop our mushrooms. I like to quarter mine and cut off a little bit of the stem. It is not very appetizing and you want to trim it just until the mushroom cap. Take the bacon out, just leaving the bacon grease, and this is going to be our fat that we use to sear our beef. Next we're going to sear our beef, making sure that the pot is still really hot. Arrange the beef in a single layer. You might have to work in batches, 2 or 3, depending on how much beef you use. Making sure the beef is not crowded in the pan, otherwise it'll steam. Slice the onions into big chunks. You don't want to go too small because the onions will braise and you don't want them to disintegrate. Once the beef is seared, you want to turn it over once and making sure it's browned and caramelized on all sides. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. After the beef is seared, we're going to chop our carrots, slice them on a diagonal, and we're going to add them in with the onions. Same thing with garlic. We are not going to chop it, just a rough chop. Add it together with the onions and the carrots. Once the beef is caramelized and seared on all sides, remove it from the pot into a separate bowl. We are cooking our beef in batches, making sure the beef is not overcrowded in the pan to give it a nice sear. After we've seared all the beef, we're going to add our veggies. Onions, garlic, and carrots go in first, making sure you season every step of the way. Then we're going to add about half a bottle of dry red wine. I like to use a Cabernet because it's full-bodied and it is not too sweet. Making sure you scrape all the bottom bits of the pan because this is where the flavor is. Then we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of tomato paste and also add a bay leaf and a few sprigs of thyme. Then we're going to add our beef in with our vegetable and wine mixture, making sure everything is covered evenly. After everything is mixed well, add the mushrooms. You will have a beautiful purple-like color, and this is exactly what you want from Boeuf Bourguignon. And finally, we're going to add back our bacon and cover with beef stock just enough that all beef and all vegetables are submerged in liquid. Put the entire Boeuf Bourguignon into the oven for about 2 hours. And I like to check on it about every hour or so to see how things are doing. After 2 hours, take off the Boeuf Bourguignon. Alright, now the moment of truth. First, let's take out the thyme. And let's have a taste. So the sauce thickened nicely because we used flour and a lot of the liquid reduced. You just give it a little mix and spoon it on. Alright, now the meat has been in the oven for 2.5 hours and it's fork tender. The flavors of red wine, garlic, and thyme really marinated well. The meat is so tender, and the best way to serve this, how French people do it, is with just some bread, or in some cases mashed potatoes, but it's excellent just like this. It's perfect. The flavors are so rich and complex, and this is the perfect thing to make on a cold winter night. And bon appetit. Now the real taste test is when a 3-year-old tries it. So Roman, you want to try this?
Yeah.
Is it yummy?